The Ancient Gods Part 1 is a roughly 5-hour story expansion for the price of around $20, and in my opinion, this is 110% worth it. This DLC is not for the faint of heart, and is made exclusively for Doom fans. If you have not played Doom Eternal, do not play this DLC before first beating the main campaign at least once. In my opinion, this DLC is at least twice as difficult as the main game, which for me is amazing. I love the challenge of Doom Eternal, and this DLC just takes it up to 11 and then triples it. Now, the story of this DLC, it takes place after the main story of Doom Eternal. You really need to familiarize yourself with the Doom Eternal mechanics and combat system before you play this DLC, as you're really not going to have a good time if you don't do that. The story itself is pretty interesting, and in my opinion it actually had a little more attention paid to it than the main story of Doom Eternal, which is interesting. The cutscenes in this DLC were also fantastic. I think they put a little more focus on characters in this DLC, which really shows, as you have this new character. I'm not spoiling anything in this review, but this new character who is interesting, and you have a lot more dialogue throughout the story. You also have 3 levels with this DLC, and each one of them is perfectly unique and feels entirely different from the last, and they all feel fantastic, really great arenas, and are super fun. It feels as if id Software listened to the people who played Doom Eternal originally and complained about the Marauders and the platforming and just said, alright, we're just going to make it harder for you. As this DLC adds more Marauders, more challenging combat sections, more challenging platforming sections, and it's just way harder than Doom Eternal. And I love the fact that they didn't give in to any of the people who were complaining and just said, nope, you gotta learn how to play it the way we made it. I love that. Now, the combat in this DLC, as I mentioned already, there are much more Marauders, which is really fun, and they do a special thing with a Marauder in the Blood Swamp's 2nd level, which is really interesting and fun to do. There are new spirits which can possess demons, and they make them feel at least twice as fast, and they seem to have an absurd amount of health over the standard version of that demon. The worst nightmare is possible. This spirit can possess a Marauder if you let it. Do not let it. It was a serious challenge if you let it do so. To kill these possessed demons, you have to first kill the possessed demon, and then the spirit will emerge from the killed demon, and you need to use the microwave beam mod for the plasma rifle and microwave beam it until it explodes before it can possess another demon, and if it possesses another demon, you gotta do the whole thing over again. Another new enemy type in this DLC is the Blood Makers. These are a more powerful version of the Maker drones that were already in Doom Eternal, but these ones have a shield that they are completely invulnerable while the shield is up, so you must wait for the shield to deactivate, and then you can use the Precision Bolt mod for the heavy cannon and take them out with a headshot. Now, the music in this DLC is something that a lot of people were worried about after Mick Gordon and id Software had a falling out, but I'm glad to report the music in this DLC is just as good as in Doom Eternal, and in my opinion, I'm super excited to see what the future of this music is for the Doom franchise. The Blood Swamps has a perfect atmosphere and soundtrack to it, and it's amazing. It's my personal favorite, but UAC Atlantica is also amazing. Now, the only negatives I could find with this DLC was I found the boss battles were a little weak. The first battle was interesting and it was kind of different, but both of these boss battles kind of felt like you were just completing tasks. They didn't feel like boss battles. You didn't have these huge bosses that you were fighting. It was kind of strange. And the final boss battle really just felt like more tedious than anything, and I really didn't enjoy it very much. Aside from that, this DLC is fantastic and is well worth your money, and I'm very much looking forward to the Ancient Gods Part 2. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. If you could leave a like and subscribe to my channel, that would be amazing, and I'm looking forward to posting more Doom content and other game content as well. Alright guys, take care. Peace.